There's a report which has just emerged about the employment of people coming from abroad. The UK's visa system is undergoing changes. We know there are big changes coming in where people are going to have to apply for, is it tier 2 visas, and be paid significantly more, but there's going to be significantly more than that as well. Other jobs are going to be removed from the list of needed of jobs that need to be filled. This could affect employers seeking to fill jobs in key shortage areas, in other words. This is according to warnings from the Migration Advisory Committee, the MAC. The main salary floor for skilled worker visas is set to increase significantly from £26,200 to £38,700 in April, potentially pricing out many employers who rely on the system even for hiring well-qualified staff. Additionally, the threshold for hiring at a lower rate where UK workers are scarce will rise from £20,960 to £30,960, which puts that puts that out of many employers' bank accounts completely. That closes down those options for many people, certainly the people that I know. The MAC's interim recommendations highlight that even the lower rate may be above salaries paid for the majority of workers in certain mid-skilled areas. Absolutely. Affecting roles such as welders, bricklayers, workers in racing stables, health workers outside the NHS. And the new salary thresholds could effectively close the system to most non-graduate jobs, prompting questions about the government's objectives and the broader impact on the UK workforce, which is crying out for people to do jobs that aren't being done. Not least agricultural workers to pick produce. Farms are on their knees because they can no longer rely on migrant workforces that have provided the bedrock for the farming community since the 19th century. You only have to look at Tessa the D'Urbervilles to know the truth of that statement. The MAC organisation, the MAC committee, the Migration Advisory Committee, suggests that setting occupation-specific salary thresholds at the UK median eliminates the risk of migrants undercutting UK workers, but it could also make it challenging for employers to hire migrants in more junior roles. And the government maintains that the salary criteria designed to prevent undercutting of resident workers' wages and to ensure that the skilled worker route is not exploited for low-cost labour. I think the problem is we might find ourselves grinding to a halt. These changes reflect ongoing efforts to balance the needs of employers with the broader economic and immigration policy goals set out by this government, and I think essentially these are punitive immigration policy goals. If you can't control the immigration numbers, the people who are actually coming into the country illegally or illicitly, or to do by some sort of spurious arrangement, if you can't control that black market because you don't have the labour force to go and inspect people, places and people, then you target those people who are well documented. That is, those people who are coming here on tier 3, tier 4, whatever it is. Those I can't remember what the skilled workers visas and so on. And you target students, and that's exactly what the government is doing. And it did the same sort of thing when Mrs. May was first in power, and that brought enough misery to students. Now that misery is going to be spread a little bit further. There is nothing to commend itself in this activity when we are crying out for care workers, when we are crying out for nurses, when we are crying out for people to do the jobs that aren't being done.